Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Phillips, and the documentary that I chose is called Empty Oceans, Empty Nets. This documentary was directed by Steve Cowan. He is a filmmaker whose works include 2 Primetime Emmy-nominated PBS specials, this documentary and another documentary called Farming the Seas. He seems to be very credible since most of his interests are related to protecting the environment. Besides being an Emmy nominee, he has also won many other honors and awards for his works. I have included some of these awards on this slide. This documentary explores the global fishery crisis and the forces that continue to push many marine fish stocks into extinction. According to the FAO, 15 of the world's 17 major ocean fisheries are already depleted. This is a big concern considering that as the world's population continues to grow, the world's fisheries continue to be depleted from overfishing. Other factors such as pollution and global warming have also played a role in the depletion of these fisheries. This is a crucial problem considering that over 1 billion people in Asia depend on ocean fish for their entire supply of protein, as does 1 out of 5 Africans. This documentary also presents some things that are being done to restore the world's fisheries and protect the fish habitat so we can reestablish the world's fishing industry. This documentary examines 4 main fishing areas throughout the world. The first area is off the coast of New England called Georges Bank. This was once one of the world's most productive fishing areas. This area was intensely fished by many nations. As technology improved, bigger boats and sonars were created and made it possible to catch more fish. The catch was almost limitless. But in 1976, the UN passed a law prohibiting foreign vessels from entering within 200 nautical miles offshore. U.S. ships continued to overfish this area, though. Fishery managers eventually put strict regulations into effect. Quotas were established on the amount and size of fish that could be caught. The Flemish Cap was the next fishing area that was mentioned in this documentary. Also found off the coast of New England, this area was a major source of swordfish. One native fisher that had been fishing this area for over 30 years said that he remembered when the average size of swordfish caught was 266 pounds. Studies show that by 1970, the average weight of the swordfish had dropped to 133 pounds, and by 1996, only 90 pounds. You can see the dramatic decrease in size within a 30-year period. Another area that is currently being overfished is off the coast of Northwest Africa called the Canary Islands. Asian and European fleets come here to fish because they have exploited their own fishing grounds. African fishers from this area do not like the fact that these foreign fleets are coming here and taking all of their fish. As you can see in this image, bottom trawling is something that many fishermen have resorted to catch fish. The extensive use of bottom trawls and dredges for commercial fishing causes more direct and avoidable damage to the ocean floor. Bottom trawls and dredges are so destructive because they clear out everything living on the seafloor. Oceana is now working with scientists, lawyers, and commercial fishers to help protect deep sea coral communities and other valuable and vulnerable ocean species. The last area that was discussed in this documentary was off the Gulf of Alaska. This area is different than the other areas that were discussed because they have strict fishing regulations here. Some of the world's most productive fishing grounds exist here. This has not always been the case, but now 2 well-managed fisheries thrive here. They thrive because of strict regulations. There are limits on catch and the number of boats that are allowed to enter. This fishing area is considered a closed fishery, which means that you must own a share of the total allowable catch in order to fish this area. This area has been well sustained because of these regulations. I saw one major conflict in this documentary that I thought was worth mentioning. Many scientists predicted this to happen if the overfishing did not stop. On the other hand, fishermen do not want regulations on the amount of fish they can catch. After all, they already have to fish longer and harder to make a living. The only way to get the fish population back up, though, is to put these regulations into play. The fish are not going to regenerate if something does not change. The scientists and biologists know that these things need to be done, but the fishermen do not understand. Many organizations are coming up with ideas to help improve the conditions of our oceans. Some marine biologists think that we should set aside conservations in the oceans where no one is allowed to fish. In 1996, U.S. Congress passed the Sustainable Fisheries Act, requiring fishery managers to take steps to rebuild overfished stocks and reduce the amount of bycatch that is being caught. One way that we can help with this problem is for us as consumers to know where the fish are coming from and how it is being caught. Some organizations, such as the Marine Stewardship Council, are providing updated information of fish species and the fisheries that produce them. Some of the organizations offer seafood guides on their websites and provide wallet-sized cards that seafood lovers can carry with them to stores and restaurants to help identify which products are from healthy fisheries and those that are not. Globally and locally, the fishery crisis is affecting all of us, and we need to make a change.